Welcome back to another cleaning video. The very first thing that I'm doing is dusting off my baseboards very quickly with my Dyson V7. I put out new cleaning videos on a weekly basis, so if you're looking for some inspiration and motivation, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And we're diving right in with a quick under 10-minute cleaning just to give you a little pick-me-up in the middle of the week, the end of the week, during your weekend, whatever time of week it is for you. I hope this video can provide a little bit of motivation to get some random cleaning throughout your home done. I'm actually only doing this in the hallway for now. I feel like these get the most dusty. And then I'm taking my Scrub Daddy tool here. This is the damp duster. I believe I will put the correct name on the screen, of course. But I took that, made it damp, as you do, and I'm just going through the baseboards here. This tool has ridges on it, and it's designed to kind of get in the cracks of those areas that may be tough to clean. So I purchased this during the Scrub Daddy Black Friday sale. I have a quick haul of that as part of my past videos, so I will link that on the screen if you're interested in checking it out. But I think this tool did a fairly good job of wiping down the baseboards. It did gather a fair amount of dust in there. And then after that, I took a magic eraser and just kind of went on some of these scuffs that are on the doors. I know you do have to be relatively careful with these because they can take off the paint, but I found if there is like a scuff or some type of mark on the wall, they generally do a good job of taking it off. So very carefully just going over those marks. We're moving on to the bathroom here. We are just going to do a quick wipe down of the sink and mirror area, but the very first thing I'm doing in there is refilling the soap. I usually do this on a weekly basis. I just have a foaming hand soap here, and then I just purchased the refills from Target, just using up the end of that packet that I had there. And then once that's done, just pulling out some paper towels and the Windex, as well as the spray that I use on the sink. This honestly only takes a couple of moments and feels so good to have a clean sink when you're washing your face in the morning or brushing your teeth at night. Just feels so much better when it's spotless. And in terms of frequency, I'd say I try to do this 1 to 2 times a week. Usually in the middle of the week, the buildup starts to get a little more noticeable in the bathroom, and then I deep clean the bathroom on a weekly basis. So then just tidying up the bed area here. Replacing that blanket to keep the bed warm. I washed this blanket, so just putting it back on the bed now and making it look as clean as possible. I'm so sorry to disrupt Miss Kiki here, but I do need to vacuum the couch. So taking out my Dyson V7 and the mini motorhead attachment here and just getting up all of the dog hair that Kiki may or may not have left behind. Again, this only takes a couple of moments, but definitely makes a huge improvement in the home. I hate noticing all of the dog hair and stuff that just gathers on this fabric couch. So then I had also washed this blanket that goes on the couch, so just replacing that. And of course setting down a blanket for Kiki. Then moving on to my weekly dusting in the bedroom. I usually start with the desk area first and wipe down like the monitor and the keyboard, putting my headphones away there because I don't need to use them at the moment. And then the best way for me to work is to take everything off the desk. I set it on the chair behind me or sometimes the bed, and that way I can make sure I wipe every inch of that surface. Then moving on to the bedside table here, again moving everything off and then wiping it down. Next up, the dresser. Again, as usual, removing everything from the top, and then I'll go in with the pink method all-purpose spray to give it a good wipe down. And then another weekly chore in the bedroom is to wipe down these mirrors. They get quite dusty throughout the week, so this is something that definitely needs that attention on a weekly basis. Next up, I am taking my Dyson again and that same attachment that I was using on the baseboards in the hallways. I just noticed that this area was a little extra dusty, especially because Kiki's bed was there. I think a lot of the dog hair and dust just kind of gathers behind it. So I'm only just vacuuming this area really quickly, but it did make quite the difference afterwards. Then I'm just loading up the dishwasher with some dishes from the sink. So next up, I'm going to give the microwave a quick wipe down. I'm putting a full cup of white vinegar in the microwave and setting it to run for 2 minutes. That's usually about the amount of time that it takes for the microwave to boil water here. And once that's done, I'm taking the vinegar out of the microwave and dipping my little microfiber cloth inside of it. It's nice and warm, nice and steamy, and that just helps to kind of break down and soften any food that may be left over or caked on in your microwave. And I'm just giving that a quick wipe here. Also just using that same rag to quickly run through the outside of the microwave where all of the little fingerprints and just little marks kind of add up there. And the very last thing I'm doing here is boiling a pot of water in order to get the candle wax out of these finished candles that I have. So I just pop the hot water over the candle wax and that will start to melt the wax and bring it up to the front. It does take a little while for the wax to finally kind of gather all up and then harden, but once that is done, you can just pop the wax out. It also makes your home smell really good. It kind of like reignites the candles, and you can kind of see at the bottom here there's a little bit of wax still left over, so sometimes I do have to do this process twice, but I just feel like it makes it easier for recycling, or if you want to reuse the candle jars. Just something that I wanted to get done really quickly and had been on my to-do list. So thank you for coming along with me for this quick under 10 minutes cleaning video. I hope this gave you some motivation and inspiration to get some cleaning done of your own, or if you even joined along while I was going through this process. Hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're interested in seeing more cleaning videos from me on a weekly basis, and I'll see you in the next video.